Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. We're not picking up in the same spot we were in the last video because I had another fuzzball idea, something else I wanted to test out. So we're just taking another quick look back at fuzzball to really be thorough and complete, and then we'll move on to the next Joey mission, which will take up the bulk of this video. So as you recall, for fuzzball, you need to pick up at least 4 of these women and drop them off at Old School Hall in the south of Chinatown. And so I'm going to pick up 3 of them. And the question that I'm exploring here for science is what happens if we've got 3 of them here in the car and then I get out, which means they'll all follow me, and then I get into a vehicle that only seats 2 people. What happens? Because I've got 4 people right now in the car after this one gets picked up, and we're about to switch over and they'll all follow me and try to get into this Bobcat. And so all 3 of them are gunning for this, the passenger side door. So whoever gets there first, I guess, gets it. And then the other 2 women are just dead. They're nothing. But then I get out, and then they start following me again. And then I accidentally crush them and kill them with the Bobcat. Like I just nudged the Bobcat, and the 2 of them just died instantly, which was a surprise. But a bigger surprise is that we didn't fail the mission. Because if any of the women dies at any point during the mission, then you fail. So lots of oddities there. I think I'm done with fuzzball for now. So let's pick up right where we left off before with our next Joey mission. So this mission that we're about to do here is called Farewell Chunky Lee Chong. And we'll check out the cutscene here while I share with you from the wiki that the objectives here are to pick up Chunky Lee Chong. He's from Colombia or Colorado. They're basically the same. And make him pay for trying to sell Spank here in near mafia-owned territory. So we need to go find Chunky Lee Chong and then kill him. Those are the objectives. So the reward for passing this mission is 10,000 bucks. You fail by allowing Chunky Lee to escape. This mission was unlocked by the previous Joey mission, Mike Lip's Last Lunch, and it only unlocks one more mission, the next Joey mission, which is Van Heist. So that's what we'll take care of next video. Okay, from the wiki again, here I am going to pick up the ammunition, which is hidden behind ammunition. There's going to be another cutscene coming up when we get close to Chunky Lee Chong, and it says here in the wiki that during that other cutscene, there's an instrumental version of the song called Bump to the Music by Fata Mars, which the original song can be heard on Lips 106. Here I'm trying to shoot my revolver to see how much this revolver pickup gives me. I don't know. I'm at max revolver. I can't tell. At least 11 rounds. Maybe it just give you 12 rounds, like one full magazine's worth of revolver ammo. Regardless, you don't need to actually pick up that ammo. In fact, I never had in doing this mission like 30 times prior to this. But just for completeness, wanted to show it off here in this first attempt. And then continuing from the wiki, during this cutscene we're about to get to, it also says another song, See Through You by Frankie Fane, can be heard on head radio and plays during this cutscene. Now, like I've got the volume way down, the in-game volume way down. Here we're just going to shoot Chunky Lee Chong and ignore his bodyguards. And I couldn't hear the song in my own headphones when I was just playing the game. So I don't know if it's there. Maybe I just had it too quiet. Like I've got the radio also turned way down when I play the game for recording this video series. Not sure. In any event, notice that the triads are not thrilled with me. Oftentimes, the henchmen will give up as soon as the boss is killed, but in this case, they did not give up. They wanted to make sure I knew that they were there. Okay, so here's my normal speedrunning strat, is to just shoot Chunky Lee Chong from afar with the AK-47, which I do have at this point in the playthrough during my speedrunning playthrough, because I hop up onto one of these buildings off of a subway and I get the AK in a package while I'm up there. Okay, so here's the Punk Noodles stand, which is going to disappear. The wiki says it disappears about 10 seconds after the mission is complete. So there you go. We saw it, and now we don't. Okay, so in the next attempt here, I wanted to see what happens if I just wake these guys up. So we're going to shoot one of the guards one time, and then we're going to head over to Chunky Lee's getaway car, which is this perennial, which again, in 30 attempts at this mission, I didn't even know there was a getaway car, but I pass it every time I drive over here. So we're just going to let Chunky Lee get away just to see the fail message when he gets away by car. So once he's a certain radius away, mission fail, he's clean out of here. Yes, he is. Okay, so I didn't know where he went when he got into his car. Like, does he have a fixed route or is it kind of random? So what I wanted to know, like, I'm too lazy to follow him or like learn the route that he follows. And so I just decided to see, well, is he willing to take a stowaway? I can't get in, like, he won't let me like sit in the passenger seat, but turns out he's quite happy to let me stand here on the roof. So I let this play out for a while. I'm going to fast forward through it in a second. But first, I wanted to illustrate. Coming up here in a few seconds, we're going to see that Chunky Lee doesn't seem to be in much of a hurry, but he is going to go through red lights. He hasn't done that yet, but I think coming up there'll be a red light soon. And he'll also go around cars that are stopped at red lights. He'll go into oncoming traffic, like right here. So he tries to avoid accidents, but he's going to go around this truck, run the red light in the wrong lane of traffic. That is a no-no. Mr. Chong. Okay, so we're just going to speed this up. I think this is at quadruple speed. I had no problem staying on the car. I was barely even required to like maneuver myself back to the center of the roof. I didn't slide off hardly at all. But then just to spice things up, decided to get a 1-star wanted level, and then I started to shoot everything in sight with my M16, just trying to get the 2-star wanted level just to see how Lee would respond to having the police after me, but essentially after him because I'm hitching a ride. So here we go, 2 stars, and he is just driving away. I mean, really, he should pull over, right? Because like the police are right after him, so he should pull over. I got kind of knocked around a little bit when we crashed into a truck. It seems to be the only way that I get knocked off is like when there's an impact. So right there, I'm off. I tried to get back on, unsuccessfully tried to get back on. Oh, look out. Yeah, but it seemed like the only time I had to worry about falling off is if we crashed into somebody or something. So yeah, we just let this play out in, I don't know, double or quadruple speed. He seems in no hurry to get away. I mean, he's just doing loops around this same little block. And my health is gradually diminishing. That was a shot in the dark, that grenade throw, and then after I died, I got run over by the police. Harsh. Okay, so what's the next thing that we do here? I'm gonna block his car, and then I'm gonna shoot his car until it's almost on fire, sort of prepping his car for the plan of this attempt. And so I want to know what happens if his car is on fire. So we just wake up the guards. Chunky Lee makes his predictable escape route, and then we're going to shoot the car a little bit more, and he's going to get out even before the car's on fire, which I was surprised. I thought he would stay in until the car was officially on fire and then get out. But no, he apparently does not like getting shot at. And so he's out, even though the car is whole. And then he's just going to run away, and I'll run after him. And we're going to see that he runs away from me. He doesn't have a fixed path he follows. He's just trying to get away from me. And he is speaking this whole time that he's on foot in Chinese Cantonese. Now, I don't know any Chinese Cantonese, but I could make out, it sounded like 3 separate phrases in Cantonese. So if you happen to have any clue what he's saying, throw it in the comments. I'd love to know. Is it something like a person who's scared running for their life would actually say, or is it something inappropriate that Rockstar put in the game? We shall see if somebody else will do some research for me here. Okay, so I was kind of getting tired of this foot chase. Yeah, he's not the sharpest chopstick in the drawer. I got that line from House, another good show. Okay, so here I have no plans on sniping him. I'm just trying to see if he can get away on foot. And so using the sniper to give you a view of him off in the distance. And then I put away the sniper just to try to get around the building. I won't be able to see him again once I put the sniper away, but the mission is going to come to fruition in a way that I was not expecting. And there it is, mission passed. That's how you pass this mission, standard stuff. I think he just ran into the water. Okay, so here we blow up his escape car ahead of time just to see what he'll do. So wake up the troops and then head over here. And he does attempt to get into, I mean, like he looks at the car real long time before realizing, oh, this is not good. And then he does his crazy running away thing. Reminds me of the way that Phoebe runs in the TV show Friends. Okay, so here I'm fast forwarding in quadruple speed just to see if I can fail this mission for letting him get away on foot. And my goodness, gang, it took a solid 60 seconds of me standing here before that fool got far enough away to make me fail. So we got the same clean out of here failure mission that we got before. All right. So next, I wanted to show you his escape path and also see if the triads will shoot me on sight or if they only start shooting once I start shooting. So I'm not going to shoot anything yet. And you can see here, it's as long as I'm within a certain radius, the triads immediately begin shooting. And I'll point out that Chunky Lee has a backup strat. That's right. He's prepared in case things don't go right because I was in the path that he would normally take. And it turns out not only does he have a backup route, he has a backup perennial. Look at this. This guy is prepared. Holy cow. Okay, but anyway, we've got the M16, so nothing to fear. Okay, so here is my final attempt at this mission. Wait, this is not my final attempt. What is this? Oh yeah, the last thing I wanted to see. Oh, what would he do if I got into his getaway car ahead of time? Like, would he just run away? Or would he kick me out? I didn't know. So we'll see. Here he comes. He really wants this car. It doesn't matter that I'm in there. So I take him out. I said, no, it's my car. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And he gives up. He acknowledges that I own 90% of this car now. So yeah, so he'll rip you out once, but not a second time. Okay, so I was saying now, this is my official attempt at this mission. We'll show you the whole thing start to finish. No fast forward, no cuts. And while we're doing our thing here in this mission, I will share that there was a definitive edition achievement available for the last mission, and I just forgot to mention it. I don't know why. I had it in my notes. So anyway, the last mission was Mike Lip's last lunch, and remember we had to drive up to that bistro in St. Mark's and go rig the Mike Lips's Idaho with a bomb over in 8 balls, and then drive it back and repark it so that Mike Lips would have no idea anything was wrong. And then when he gets in the car, he blows himself up. So that was the premise of the mission. And in the definitive edition, there's trophies for a bunch of different things. And so you could get a trophy in that mission if you're playing the definitive edition. And the trophy is called Without a Scratch. And to get that trophy, you need to deliver Mike Lips's car without a scratch on your first attempt. So if you scratch it on your first attempt, just reload your previous save. That's the way to do it. But I guess as soon as you pass that mission, if you haven't gotten the trophy, there's no way to go back and earn it. So only available the one time, only if you know to do it ahead of time. So speaking of which, there is a achievement. I said trophy. I think it's called an achievement on the definitive edition. So there is a definitive edition achievement for this mission as well, and it is inspired, I guess, by what you have to do for Mike Lip's last lunch, which is to arm Chunky Lee Chong's vehicle, his escape vehicle, with a bomb. And so you can probably predict where this is going, but if you take out Chunky Lee Chong with a car rigged with a bomb, that's me reading from the achievement description in the definitive edition, then you will earn the achievement called Planned Ahead. Yes, indeed. This takes some careful planning. Okay, so it all goes just fine in the rest of this attempt, except I parked the vehicle, like I didn't think it was a problem, but I parked it like right up on these metal barriers right here. And Chunky Lee Chong has like one pair of barriers that he wants to go between, and I think that I blocked it with his escape vehicle there. And so he's gonna have some difficulties getting to his escape vehicle, despite the fact that he could move like 1 foot either left or right and just walk around whatever barrier he's running into. He's running into the car, just like really like 2 feet left or right, like it's no problem. Now I can't get into the car and drive it forward because then I will blow myself up. I think we're getting shot at here. I don't know what's happening. So I have to go over and push the car. But Chunky Lee Chong is not running away, despite the fact that I'm right here. Like he is intent. He's going to do his darndest to get in the car, and then he says, "Thank you, sir," and then I say, "No problem." And there it is, mission passed. And if I were playing the definitive edition, that would have earned me the Planned Ahead trophy. Good stuff. All right, that's it for Chunky Lee Chong. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.